cellulitis. So we will be learning about the etiology, the sequel, clinical features, investigations and treatment, cellulitis in special areas. Etiology. Cellulitis is a spreading inflammation of the subcutaneous and the facial planes. So this is the definition to remember about the cellulitis. This cellulitis is an infection, that means itis. Itis meaning inflammation, and cellulitis means inflammation of the subcutaneous and the facial planes. So this infection may follow a scratch, wound or an insect bite. The main causative agent of the cellulitis is the Streptococcus pyogenes. This is the most common, and other organisms are the gram-negative organisms like Klebsiella and the E. coli. And the common sites of cellulitis are the face, lower limb, upper limb and scrotum. Predisposing factors are diabetes and immunosuppression and even the old age. So you should remember, for any cases of infections, the main predisposing factor will be immunocompromised status of the patient and even the old age. In the other comorbidities like diabetes, the people on corticosteroid, organ transplant people, etc. Coming to the sequel of the cellulitis, pyogenic abscess, bacteremia, then septicemia, local gangrene and necrotizing fasciite. Clinical features. For any type of infection, the main clinical feature is the fever, and there will be a swelling which is diffuse and spreading, pain and tenderness over the area, and the skin becomes red, shiny, warm. As you can see it in this picture here, the skin there is tender to touch and the regional lymph nodes are palpable. The area of cellulitis have no edges, no pus, no fluctuation and no limit. This you should remember, it is very important. This picture shows cellulitis of the lower limb. Here you can see the reddish and firm, shiny warm skin, and it has no limit, no edges, and this cellulitis is spreading. Investigations done in cellulitis, the TLC or the total leukocyte count, it increases because of the infection, the WBC increases, the platelet count decreases. Liver function test, blood sugar estimation, blood urea and serum creatinine must be done. Doppler and ultrasound is done to differentiate the DVT and cellulitis. So remember, DVT is a differential diagnosis for the cellulitis which can be differentiated by Doppler and doing an ultrasound. You should remember, the DVT or the deep vein thrombosis mimics the cellulitis of the lower limb. This can be asked in the Viva. Treatment of the cellulitis. Elevation of the diseased limb, it decreases edema and it increases the circulation. Usage of antibiotics like penicillins and cephalosporins are helpful. The dressing of the area with glycerin is used. It reduces edema because of the glycoscopic action. The mostly used dressing is the glycerin magnesium sulfate dressing. If the patient of the cellulitis having diabetes, he must be treated with insulin. In case of septicemia, higher antibiotics, fluid management and the monitoring must be done. Apart from face and the limbs, the cellulitis can also occur in some special areas. The first one being the orbital cellulitis. Orbital cellulitis is an emergency. It requires admission and immediate aggressive treatment with higher generation of antibiotics like penicillin and cephalosporins. The orbital cellulitis is very dangerous because it can cause blindness or cavernous sinus thrombosis, which is a severe life-threatening condition. So see, cellulitis in orbit leads to proptosis, that leads to impaired ocular movements, which in case causes blindness. And this cellulitis can pass through the ophthalmic veins into the cavernous sinus, which in turn causes cavernous sinus thrombosis. Ludwig's angina. The Ludwig's angina is a polymicrobial cellulitis of the sublingual and the submandibular spaces. It involves floor of the mouth and suprahyoid area on both sides of the neck. This Ludwig's angina is rapidly progressive in nature. The common causes are the dental infection of second and third molar teeth, and it is precipitated by the tooth extraction. This Ludwig angina can also be caused due to upper respiratory tract infections, endotracheal tube intubation, peritonsillar abscess. The causative organism of the Ludwig's angina is Streptococcus viridum and the Staphylococcus aureus. The clinical features are the diffuse and painful swelling, woody browny induration, bull's neck appearance, and the tongue becomes edematous and it pushes against the palate, causing airway obstruction, dysphagia and the odynophagia. So these are the clinical features of the Ludwig's angina. Knowing about the investigations, CT scan must be done to identify the airway block, fluid collection and the presence of gas due to bacteria. MRI, ultrasound neck is a simpler method which is used to diagnose the Ludwig's angina. Treatment, as you already know, as it is a bacterial infection or the inflammation, it must be treated by antibiotics. So antibiotics such as penicillin and metronidazole must be started earlier, and in cases of respiratory distress, tracheostomy must be done and surgical decompression. If you like this video, do subscribe to my channel.